Hey, it's Fruity Mama Yulia here, nutrition and lifestyle coach at Rawsome Healthy. In one of our previous videos, I talked about why we're starting adding some cooked food to our raw food diet and how much cooked food do we really eat, really. Let's talk about it. So the reason why I add cooked food on occasion versus every single day is because my body doesn't do well on cooked food. In saying that, sometimes it helps me. So for example, now Eleni is 2 years and 3 months old, 2 years and 4 months old, and I still feel like I need to eat more, especially evenings are my hungriest times. And regardless how much I eat during the day, and let's face it, you can only eat so much fruit anyway, right? It's very high in volume, low in calories, and you can only eat so much of it. So I eat all the fruit I can during the day. By the time I get to the evening, sometimes I don't desire any fat. So on a raw food diet, your main source of calories come from either fruit or fat. Greens are not abundant in calories, vegetables are not abundant in calories. You're just not going to get enough calories if you eat vegetables alone. So you're going to have either more fat or more fruit. More fat is not healthy for you. It's going to lead to all kinds of health issues. So this is why we don't recommend a high-fat raw food diet. High fruit, yes. So by the time I get to the evening, sometimes I don't desire any fat at all. Yet I do need extra calories. I feel very hungry, and even after having my water-rich fruit like orange juice, I still feel like I want something substantial. So this is the reason why sometimes I will eat something dense that gives me that satiation. It was actually a bit easier during the first year of me feeding Eleni because I loved fat. I could just stuff my face with avocados and tahini and just have fat, and I so enjoyed fat. And then just all of a sudden towards the 2-year mark of me breastfeeding, my desire for fat is 7 or 8% daily. I just don't really do well on a lot of fat. So if I eat more fat, I don't do well. I just actually do worse than I do when I eat some cooked food. So from fat, I feel sluggish up until 4 p.m. the next day. It's just it seems like I've got a bucket on my head. I walk around and I just don't really register this reality. If I eat a lot of fat, that is obviously. If I eat small amounts of fat, I'm great. So with cooked food, it also takes me a bit of time actually to wake up and to get going. But it happens just a little bit quicker, and I just don't feel as heavy. And the next day I do wake up and I feel like, I can go and lift weights, I can exercise. Whereas from fat, it's I want to sleep. I want to sleep for another half a day or even another day. And by the way, if you're wondering whether or not Paul eats any cooked food, he does. And the reason is calories. For Paul is the guy who never ever craves anything on his diet. For as long as he has enough ripe fruit, good quality fruit and greens, he's the happiest man in the universe. He does eat cooked food, however, because of the calories, extra calories. So we sometimes go through these situations, which is really annoying, where we have a lot of bugs in our bananas. They have a lot of worms and we just throw them out, and that's a big source of calories on this diet. When I say buggy bananas, here is what I mean. They're there. I don't know if you can see them on camera. And sometimes it's literally banana after banana after banana. That's a lot of calories going in a bin. Eating too many dates make us gassy. Sometimes certain projects, Paul can't possibly eat 3,500 calories worth of watermelon. It's just 3, sometimes he'll eat even more than that. It's just not possible for him. And he'll always make sure that he provides fruit for his ladies first, because he's a real gentleman, and then whatever he's left with, he'll get by on. So if it's sweet potatoes, let it be. If he's got plenty of fruit, then he'll eat plenty of fruit. So lately he has been adding quite a bit of, on most evenings he's been having some cooked food, and it's always sweet potatoes or taro, which is a kind of root vegetables, by itself or with a homemade tomato sauce that we make with tomatoes and herbs. And that's all he has. So he doesn't want any condiments. He's just a really simple guy. All he's after is calories. So that's the reason why Paul sometimes does eat some cooked food. And he says that he could be a raw foodist if he had all day to go around and collect produce and buy lots and lots of produce. But he hasn't gotten all day. You know, we've got our own business, we've got our daughter, we've got endless other responsibilities. And it's not that I'm complaining or moaning, I'm just explaining reasons behind why we choose to eat this way. With regards to cooked food, as I said, sometimes I will add some cooked food, and then I'll eat some sweet potatoes, like 95% of the time. I've had some brown rice. I don't do well on any grain actually, so I don't really eat it that much, maybe on a rare occasion. I've tried legumes, and that was just an awful experiment. I just don't get on with legumes at all. So mainly it's sweet potatoes. Sometimes I can dip into like maybe some sauce that has some cooked pumpkin in it, or when we go out I will also eat some rice paper, which isn't raw, with raw vegetables in it. So I really enjoy that actually when we go out here in Thailand. So that's pretty much all the cooked food that we eat. As I said, I don't feel that I actually want to be eating cooked food in my diet. At the same time, I don't want to be eating a lot of fat either. If I could eat 2-3 avocados a day, I'd be just really covered. I'd stay all raw, but fat doesn't make me feel good. So I've got to find a solution that works for me, that allows me to eat enough so I'm able to be a good mom. Because if I undereat, I'm really angst and I'm just not present for Eleni, and I don't like the way I am. So I know that I have to eat enough food. And don't you worry, I eat lots of fruit during the day. I really do. You know, I remember there's a comment on my previous post that, why don't you just eat more fruit? Well, you know, I eat all the fruit I can't fit into myself during the day. But by the time evening comes, and it's been like that since my pregnancy day, by the time evening comes, like 7-8 o'clock in the evening, I'm just so hungry. I'm just so hungry, and I've tried various things, like finishing with bananas, just bananas and like a big banana smoothie. But I don't do well when I finish on bananas. I feel sluggish the next day. So I've tried all kinds of other things, and sometimes I must say that cooked food is an alternative, that it's not the best alternative for me. And Paul agrees, it's like you never feel the same, but it helps us to get by. And when you parent, your reality ain't perfect. You're not sleeping enough, you're always behind with things, it seems to be anyway. There's lots and lots of things to do, and your toddler requires attention, and sometimes your child can be a bit unsettled, and you're like, oh. So, you know, it's just not a really perfect reality. So I'm okay with things not being perfect at this stage of our life. And I'm okay with just finding that golden middle between, you know, me doing the things that just completely don't work for my body, which is eating lots of cooked food. I just couldn't do that at all. I get, you know, I need to sleep more after cooked food, and then I get gas, and then I get all kinds of, you know, I just don't feel my optimum. And the same for Paul. But at the same time, it helps us. So we're grateful that it's there. I'm not in any way going to demonize cooked food as bad and you've got to eat all raw. However, you know, if you can do it, if this is what I'm not even saying that you can do it as a parent. You can, but we're all very different. And I've explained that, you know, some people can eat more fat and feel great. Some people can eat a big banana smoothie for dinner and feel great. I don't. So we've got to find ways and means to make ourselves, you know, feel our best in any given situation. So basically, this is where I am. I do eat some cooked food here and there. I absolutely adore raw food diet. I promote raw food diet. I encourage you to be raw. At the same time, you know, I also want to keep it realistic. And I'm not going to be that raw foodist who's like, I undereat on calories, but I'm raw because I want to be a hero. You know, I'm angst and I'm unsettled and I don't have enough breast milk because I'm undereating my calories, but I'm raw. Or I'm overeating on fat. I have to sleep for extra 3 hours a day and I just like feel sluggish, but I'm all raw. You know, it's like, it just doesn't do it for me. So it's the same, very much the same reality for Paul. So I wanted to post an update on where we are, that we absolutely love raw food, that raw food is amazing, and eat raw food as much as possible and eat all raw diets if you really feel that, you know, I can get enough calories and I thrive on it, and I also get enough satiation from what I eat. Alrighty, so this is what I wanted to share with you in this video today. I would love to hear from you and get your comments. What do you think about raw food, cooked food? You know, where are you personally with regards to it, and what do you want for yourself? Like, you know, is it raw? Is it really raw that you want to eat and you're going to be striving towards it? So post your comments in the comments section. Please feel free to like this video and share it, and subscribe to our channel for more videos so you never ever miss a single video, because they're so good, right? Thanks for watching. Eat sweet, keep fit, and I'll catch up with you again in our next video. Bye!